Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. Well, it seems that a crazy lady, a far-left woman, is now released a young juvenile black kid from prison after he paralyzed somebody. Of course, the correct actions have been made, but of course, we have to understand that these people are insane and treat them as such. Now, without further ado, here is the video of, the insane lady and the kid that's also, psychopath.
Nell Reynolds escaped to Texas, made her first appearance in Orleans Parish Magistrate Court today.
31-year-old Angela Falardo is facing a felony count of aiding Reynolds' escape after allegedly driving Reynolds to Texas after he fled a group home in Lake Charles. David Jones has more.
Lee and Meg, Lionel Reynolds was recaptured on Monday near San Antonio, and today we're learning more about the former teacher who allegedly helped him to elude authorities. Reynolds was serving time at an unsecured care facility in Lake Charles after he was found guilty in 2019 of shooting and paralyzing a man in New Orleans East during an armed robbery.
I was very much floored, shocked. I would never think that it would be a teacher.
Yes, ma'am, and that we don't think is a lot of people, but unfortunately it was a teacher, and what makes it a little bit more odd, or way more odd, is that the kid is obviously a juvie. He is a child, and she is 31. And for some apparent reason, she has decided to release a kid from juvie. Now, I don't know what her apparent reasons would be, or why she would want to release a child from juvie, but she has released a child from juvie, and that's kind of insane. Now, I don't know, again, whether this person is right in the head. I'm going to assume not so, because she released a child from juvie. But this kid is not a very safe person. He has shot somebody in the back, he has permanently paralyzed them, and he shows no absolute regard for life. And I think that there's some things that need to be addressed here. Now, I'm going to be showing a clip here as well of, kind of the lady just what this Fox News organization does, and it's going to go into a little bit of the men's world of this aspect because it's kind of crazy. Take a look.
Kathy White is the grandmother of Daryl Scott. Scott was shot in the back and paralyzed by then 13-year-old Lionel Reynolds.
Very much shocked. I know that there are more people out there that was aiding and abetting more than the teacher.
White was in court Tuesday as bond was set at $5,000 for 31-year-old Angela Falardo, who was booked with accessory after the fact to Reynolds' escape last month. State prosecutors asked Magistrate Commissioner Peter Hamilton to set the bond much higher, $500,000, and for Falardo to be outfitted with an ankle monitor if released from custody.
Now, here's my big problem here, right? And why women just get away without being exposed or shown for their evil deeds. Now, we're going to show this. You see this picture here off to your left here? This is the picture of the woman, correct? This is obviously, she's not being shown. But here is the picture of the 13-year-old to where we're not supposed to be showing kids. Now, I'm not going to get wrong. This kid should probably be shown for actual purposes to know that this kid is a threat and he's a danger. And I'm not really with the whole not showing delinquents and evil people pictures of themselves. But there are kids that are not being shown pictures, right? But for some apparent reason, for whatever reason, we have to not show the woman's picture. Why is it that you ladies have to get so much protected class when you commit these crimes? You get a felony. You let an escapee, a dangerous person, out onto the streets again. And then you get protected by the news media for not showing your face. Okay, what I'm going to do here is do the media's job. I'm going to do what everybody wants to do. This is a lady's face. Look at her face. Yes, take a good strong look. Yes, this is what she looks like. Because, unfortunately for the media, we don't want to show women's face when they do evil deeds. No, I'm tired of this. Every time when a female does an evil deed, show their damn picture. I don't care what age or what have you, show the damn picture. Unless they are a victim of some sort, and therefore their picture should not really be shown at all. That would be understandable if they're a victim, especially a sexually assaulted victim. But if we're going to go by an actual rule of law here, if we're going to go paint the evil people as they are, and we're going to show the actual criminal person's face, but not the other criminal's face, because she happens to be a woman. There's a serious problem here, and I want this to be addressed immediately. I want to have the equalness that women get, because this is completely outrageous.
Falardo's defense attorney called the request, quote, absurd, but the ankle monitor was ordered as a condition of Falardo's bond.
She has helped him. She's helped him from day one. She helped him through the escape. More is going to come out. I'm sure there's more people that helped Lionel Reynolds along with his teacher. He could have walked away. Instead, he shot him in the back and he paralyzed him for life.
According to Falardo's arrest warrant, a state police trooper assigned to the FBI's Violent Crime Task Force learned of Reynolds' September 13th escape a week after it happened. Investigators said Falardo, a teacher at Walter Cohen High School in New Orleans, drove Reynolds to Houston. The investigation also found nearly 100 contacts between Reynolds' phone and Falardo's beginning September 22nd, 9 days after his escape from Lake Charles.
Alright guys, so apparently she had communication with Lionel Reynolds for quite a bit of time. So going back to why did she have a relationship, why did she release this kid from the juvie is beyond me, and what happened afterwards, he was released, is anybody's guess. I'm gonna start thinking that maybe, just maybe, that this lady might be a child grabber. Now, these are accusations, so I don't know. But there's some very weird and suspicious things going on here that, it's raising a few things going on. Like, my head meets spinning, and I'm still trying to figure out what's really going on. I mean, they're not explaining exactly in detail what's going on here, what the true method is here, but it's just something that's not seeming right. A 31-year-old teacher somehow gets in contact with a 13-year-old child and helps him escape juvie, and there's also a whole bunch of text messages, phone calls, etc., that be 9 days prior of him being escaped. So what's the connection here? Most teachers, I think, would not go this far for a child like this. Come on. Now, is it due to being far left? Is it because she thinks she's not an evil person or whatever? I don't know. But there's a lot of things that I want answered here, and one of the things is what happened between these two. I want to know. There's some information here that I kind of want, because obviously it's up there, guys. It's just up there.
You did everything wrong. You're not for students. I hope, again, that you never ever teach another day in your life or have anything to do with children.
White and her family, along with the Orleans Parish District Attorney's Office, opposed Reynolds' transfer to the unsecured step-down facility ordered by Juvenile Court Judge Candace Anderson in February 2022. Anderson was the judge who found Reynolds guilty of attempted second-degree murder in August 2019, and he was set to be released in April 2026. White says Falardo would come to juvenile court to advocate for Reynolds. Falardo also emailed Fox 8 on September 24th, asserting that coverage of Reynolds' crime and his escape was damaging to the now 18-year-old offender.
There are certain laws that need to be changed, and there are certain common sense rules that I think people should follow.
Now, I understand that there probably needs to be new laws that's going on here, obviously. I think this is something that could be addressed to anyone. However, I think these laws should have been in place beforehand this all happened, but of course, it's here, there, or there. I think there should have been laws out specifically for the escapees, and I think there is in terms of, maybe the person escaping, but not somebody helping them escape. But I don't know. It seems that you guys are dropping the ball very hard on this one, including where you guys didn't even know the kid escaped for over a week. So this makes me a little bit concerned here on how is your system running here, because you didn't even notice a kid left for a whole week, at the very least, if not over a week. So it's a little odd.
Fox 8 legal analyst Joe Responti says state law surrounding juvenile escapees needs to be reconsidered. His sentiment was echoed by other area lawmakers and DA Jason Williams, who's calling for new legislation requiring statewide alerts for escaped inmates, regardless of where they are being housed. White, meanwhile, says the whole experience has been unsettling.
I think it's a shame. And Judge Anderson, I hope you're watching. I hope you've been watching this all along, because we could have stopped, and you surely could have stopped, all this pain that you've put Daryl in, me in, our entire family in, Judge.
Walter Cohen High School declined to comment, but did send a letter to parents and families this morning saying Falardo's classes would be covered. Now, we did reach out to Bradley Phillips, the defense attorney representing Falardo, who just got back to me within the hour and says Falardo's arrest just occurred and he has not yet had a chance to sit down and talk through the charges thoroughly with his client. Falardo posted bond earlier this evening and is scheduled back in court on December.
Well, she posted bond, so I'm not really surprised by this. Although it doesn't seem to like she's going to be a real, I guess, necessarily possibly a danger. But I think we may want to look a little bit more into what she was doing with the child. I want to see the text messages released and see what she was actually saying, because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on here that is, again, raising my eyebrows. Why she would go to this far for a 13-year-old child in the first place? What were her motives? There has to be an actual reason for this, and I want to know her motives and whatever. But it seems that we have a lot of questions to be answered here. Well, this happened. This is a crazy-ass story. I am still a little bit shocked by this. But people will be doing crazy things. And ladies will be doing things, I guess, like this. I don't know. Alright, guys, that's a video. Like, share. As always, take care.